So, what's up with the i9-14900K? This high-performance chip is causing overheating headaches for many users, including me. I've used my desktop for a long time, and today I'm upgrading the cooling. Let's start. Alright, first step, let me clean the existing fans and components to get rid of any dust buildup. Why is cleaning so important? Dust buildup restricts airflow, causing your components to overheat. Regular cleaning maintains optimal airflow, keeping your system cool and efficient. Next, I'll unplug all the fans. These are the stock fans that came with my Cooler Master 500 case. Why am I changing them? Well, the RPM of these fans might not be sufficient for optimal airflow in my opinion. I've done a lot of research for my cooling setup. For my CPU, I'm using an AIO cooler. The existing stock fans are two 200mm ARGB fans, and there's a 120mm ARGB fan at the back of the CPU. Overheating can slow your PC, cause crashes, and damage hardware. What can you do? First, invest in a good air or liquid cooler. The first upgrade will be replacing both 200mm cooling fans with 3 Cooler Master Mobius 120 OC fans. Now, let's change the stock fan on the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 360 ARGB to the Noctua NF-A12X25 PWM Chromax Black Swap. This Noctua fan is renowned for its performance and quiet operation. Next, I'll unplug all the PWM fans and replace them with the Noctua fans. I also place dust netting to prevent dust buildup. It's simple plug and play. While just using back the Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 fan screw. The Noctua NF-A12X25 is really suitable as a replacement. It has a short PWM cable, making it easy to organize and manage the cables neatly. Let's see the complete installation. The next step is to replace the remaining 2 fans in my desktop with the Noctua NF-F12 Industrial PPC 24V3000 IP67. These fans will further improve airflow and cooling efficiency. I'll install the Thermal Grizzly CPU contact frame for 13th and 14th gen processors. This frame has been significantly improved from the 12th gen version. My research shows it can really lower the CPU temperature. We must slowly unscrew the existing CPU frame from the motherboard. When installing the Thermal Grizzly contact frame, make sure not to screw it too tight, as this can damage the motherboard. Slightly tight is enough. Let's see the setup. After this, let's apply the thermal paste. I use Arctic Thermal Paste MX6 for the CPU. Let's see the final build. Okay, now let's go to the BIOS settings. Since my motherboard is Asus, I'll set all my fans to high speed. This ensures there's enough airflow to cool down the system at all times, which helps extend the hardware's lifespan. You can see that all my fan speeds are set to high. Even with the fans running at high speed, they still seem quite quiet to me. Next, the most important setting. Let's move to the advanced mode in BIOS and go to the AI tweaker. This is the latest BIOS version, 1301, which includes Intel's default settings. I'll set the Intel default settings to extreme, choose XMPI for the AI overclock tuner, and most importantly, set Asus multi-core enhancement to disabled, enforce all limits. Now, let's go to the internal CPU power management. Set the CPU core cache current limit max to 400, as recommended by Intel. I'll set the long duration package power limit and short duration package power limit to 255. Intel recommends 253. Next, I'll change the IA TDC current limit to Intel's default. Let's go back to the main menu of AI Tweaker. Let's check the thermal velocity boost. For the ratio setting currently, I'll set it slightly lower. Later, I will use Intel XTU to adjust the settings. Let's get back to the main menu. Now, let's go to the VF point offset. You can see I have set all the offset modes to -0.095. Considering stability issues, I recommend adjusting slowly. If it becomes unstable, you may need to slightly reduce the negative offset value. Okay, I think we don't need to do any setting on this. Let's get back to menu. Let's check the global core SVID voltage. Firstly, I will set it to adaptive mode. On the offset mode sign, I will set it to negative to reduce the voltage. Reducing the voltage helps control the temperature by decreasing the amount of heat the CPU generates. This can help manage thermal issues more effectively. On the offset voltage, I will set it to negative 0.05. This value helps reduce the CPU voltage and consequently the temperature. However, you may need to adjust this value slightly based on the stability of your system. If you encounter instability, you can reduce the negative offset value to find a balance between lower temperatures and stable performance. Alright, this is all of my settings in the BIOS. All these adjustments aim to cool down my i9-14900K without reducing too much power, maintaining a balance. Next, we will move to Intel XTU. Now let's move to Intel XTU. Go to the advanced view and set it to a 58x ratio for 1 and 2 active cores, and leave the rest at a 57x ratio. This means that when only 1 or 2 cores are active, they will run at a slightly higher frequency for better performance. For more cores, the frequency will be slightly lower to manage heat and power consumption. After setting this, click Apply. Make sure the efficient active core tuning from 1 to 16 is set to a 44x ratio. This setting ensures that the less power-hungry efficient cores are optimized for power efficiency without sacrificing too much performance. Okay, the short power max and boost. Power max are 255W, and the processor core ICC max is 400A, just like in the BIOS. Let's test the performance with Cinebench R23. My previous test scored 37,534 points, which reflects the system's capability to handle demanding tasks efficiently. Okay, now I am running the test on Cinebench R23. You can see the temperature hit really quick, reaching 85 to 87 degrees Celsius. The Asus Armory crate shows the CPU temperature as 75 degrees Celsius, while HW Monitor shows it already hitting 85 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure why there's a slight difference between the readings. It has improved quite a lot for me. Initially, when I started Cinebench testing or using Intel XTU, the temperature would shoot to 100 degrees Celsius in just 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, now let it run full time and keep observing the temperature. After running for a few minutes, the CPU temperature hit 94 degrees Celsius. This shows that while improvements have been made, the system still struggles to maintain lower temperatures under heavy load. The maximum temperature hit 98 degrees Celsius, but it never reached 100 degrees. Let's see the final result. The final score is 38,919 points, an improvement from the previous score of 37,534. This indicates that the cooling improvements have not only helped manage temperatures, but also boosted overall performance. Alright, here's a summary of the highlights from this video. Initial setup, cleaning fans and components to ensure optimal airflow. Fan upgrades, replacing stock fans with Cooler Master Mobius 120OC and Noctua NFA 12X25 PWM fans for better RPM and airflow. BIOS settings, adjusting BIOS settings to optimize CPU performance and temperature control. Intel XTU tweaks, setting core ratios and power limits to balance performance and cooling. Testing results, improved temperatures and a higher Cinebench R23 score of 38,919 points. Temperature management, maximum temperature observed was 98 degrees Celsius, never reaching 100 degrees. These adjustments and upgrades significantly improved both cooling and performance. If you like my video, please subscribe. I hope this helps you cool down your PC and improve its performance.